welcome back.
To Read the Room,
A Culture Club.
A podcast by
Alexys.
Kaylin.
and Larsen.
Today, our episode is on movie theater etiquette. And boy, do we have some things to say.
We sure do have some things to say. But before we get to kind of the etiquette, I wanted to talk about why we like going to the movies and why the movies are important. I also think we could talk about kind of why they're dying to some extent too. But I love the movies. I think it's the ultimate way to watch a movie. I think I pay so much less attention if I'm watching it at home, especially by myself. If I'm watching it with other people, I'm usually more engaged. But there's so many opportunity for distractions, whether that's somebody walking past my window or my phone or crochet or anything. There's opportunity for distraction, and a movie theater should force you to be that's the only thing that you're doing.
It should.
Yeah.
It should is the key word there.
It's giving the start of this episode is giving Nicole Kidman being like, we come to the
Yeah.
movies.
I feel like I was never a movie theater hater,
Yeah.
but I was also like, well, we could just watch it at home. My younger sister is a movie theater hater. She will not go to the movies.
I
She
just
will
don't get people
only.
like that.
And I think as I've gotten older and experienced more movie theaters, I prefer it. I agree with you saying, like, you're forced to be in that moment, and whether or not you're enjoying the movie you're
Yeah.
watching, you're getting more out of it.
Yeah. I've watched plenty of movies that I would not sit through in my own home. Not because they're horrible, but just they're not as interesting, and you're not forced. You didn't pay the money to sit there. You're not forced to watch it. I don't mean forced in a bad way. It is an opportunity to be somewhere and do one thing.
Be present, be
Yes.
mindful.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the presence part is one of the biggest things about going to the movie theater for me. Find as ticket sales decrease and streaming services become these uber powerful conglomerates, that so much of what gets made direct for streaming services and does not have a theatrical release is made for, so sorry, dumb people. Because they literally
Smooth brain.
smooth brain. They literally make the movies so that if you look at your phone, there's gonna be a plot recap
Yes.
in 15 seconds. It degrades the quality of the films.
Mhm.
And so one of the ways to combat that is to get your butt up and go to the theater. I also just think it's an experience. It's something to do. It's so much more of a to do.
Yeah.
For good and for bad, but I think more for good.
I will say though that I think the pricing of everything has made movies in general, both streaming and going to the movies, more inaccessible
Oh,
for
yeah.
people.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I couldn't imagine like if my the family I grew up in, I should say, if I was 10 right now, there's no way our family would be going to the movies.
Yeah.
Just there's no way we would have had the budget to dedicate $26 a seat to see a movie on a Friday night. Absolutely not. Plus food, plus probably a meal before or after. That's insane.
Yeah, it is very cost prohibitive, and I don't think it's in the spirit of the theater. I will take it to a place of Shakespeare for a second and say that when Shakespeare's plays were being released in England in the Globe Theater, you could see it for literally 1 shilling.
Mhm.
Even the really the poorest of the poor
Mhm.
in Shakespeare's time could go see a play, and people of all social classes would go and see these plays. And then you get movies, and I feel like initially in the history of movie theaters, there was an echo of that because movies used to be like a
25 cents.
Yeah, or less. And that used to be where you would see the news too. You would
Yeah.
see newsreels and things about the war going on and that kind of stuff. It was a third place, really. It was there was much more happening there aside from just movies.
theaters were a very unifying place, and yeah, the more cost prohibitive it gets, the more that we lose that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the cost is ridiculous.
Yeah. There's a local theater here that's more of an independent theater. And their tickets are, I don't know, okay priced, but the seats are bad, and they have decent decent food stuff, not anything crazy, but they do on Mondays they have discounted happy hour night or something, and their beers are $4, and that is a crazy change from the $17-18 beer at a Cinemark or Regal.
Yeah, it's part of the like Angelica theaters if
Mhm.
you're
If
a
you're a
theater
nerd.
connoisseur.
Yeah,
um,
that's the nice word for nerd.
I do think that they are slightly overpriced for what you're
Yeah,
getting theater experience wise.
their
How
popcorn's great.
their popcorn is good. However, you are getting access to movies that you aren't
Mhm.
seeing at like large theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose like with any kind of independent or semi-independent space, you can't have it all. Like if you
Hmm.
want to support the smaller theater that is going to be showing an eclectic range of movies, then maybe you don't get the best snacks or the best seats.
Yeah.
And if you want the best snacks and the best seats, then it's going to be coming from some chain that is going to be charging out the wazoo. So I don't want to be a complainer about it so much as just point out like
Factual information
why is it
about
like
yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Why is it like that?
Yeah.
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 Especially like you want more people to go to the movies,
Yes.
make it affordable.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I don't even think like the Tower Theater has like a discount night or
Yeah.
something. I mean like they do obviously for the drinks and they might have for like some other kind of deals like that, but for the ticket itself, there is no discount night. And I wonder like if they did do like Tuesday discount night, would they see a significant increase in ticketing? Like I felt because I think Cinemark's discount night is Tuesday nights and I used to go to the Cinemark theater a lot. And those theaters sometimes would be packed. Like it was significantly cheaper, and I think it did make a huge difference in who showed up. This is an economics podcast.
And it's the price of the ticket itself,
Mhm.
it's the price of any concessions there, like
Yeah,
it's gotten like you were saying, like even as a single person going, if you're paying for a full price ticket and you want to get popcorn and a drink,
yeah.
you're spending like $50.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is not something that I think is really tenable and sustainable for the average like family to be going and doing regularly. And that makes me so sad because it is one of those activities that if it was sustainable cost wise, is so nice as
It's
a
so
family to
nice.
go do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes literally when we go see movies, my partner and I will be like, "Oh, what are we gonna have for dinner?" Just
Oh,
little movie theater food because
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
as expensive as eating out at a
nice restaurant.
nice
Yeah.
place.
Yeah,
I will say that is something my family has been doing from the beginning. We never eat out before or after. We are eating popcorn in the theater,
yeah,
but we're a huge popcorn
yeah.
family. We will
Popcorn dinner.
yeah, popcorn dinner. We will at our home theater, we will go to the theater, buy popcorn, not watch a movie, leave, take it home, eat popcorn for dinner.
I love that.
Which I don't know where we're going,
Yeah.
but that leads me to my point that snacks are a necessity at the
Yes.
movie. I hate when I go to the movies with someone who does not get anything to drink, doesn't get anything to eat, doesn't get popcorn,
Yeah.
just raw dog in a movie. I can't do
Why are
that.
you here?
Yes, actually, thank you so much for saying that. When we started all hanging out together and I kind of osmosis my way into the friend group and I started seeing a lot more movies with Kaylin and Larsen in the last year. I was so refreshed by the fact that I never had to awkwardly be like, so are we getting snacks? Because sometimes I had gone with people in the past and they would just I
Yeah.
always want popcorn. I
Yeah.
always want
Yes.
popcorn. I
Yeah.
always want
Yes.
a drink. I always want a snack.
Yeah.
And so I agree. It is a necessary part of the experience.
Hmm.
And going with people who would be like, no, I don't want anything
Yeah.
Yeah.
made me so
Yeah,
sad.
growing up, we
Yeah.
would do like go to CVS, get candy. It was specifically always a drugstore, and I don't know why. But like CVS, get candy, and then you get your popcorn and maybe a drink. I'm sorry, you're smuggling in the candy if that wasn't clear. And then getting popcorn, and like that
Yeah.
is just that's a part of the movie experience.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like I'm typically more keep it simple. I get a water,
hmm
I get a popcorn.
hmm
That's all I need.
yeah,
Sometimes I'll throw in a candy,
yeah,
whatever.
Or
or
a
a
hot dog.
lollipop.
Or a hot dog.
Yeah,
That's new.
yeah,
I've eaten more hot dogs in
yeah.
the
We
last
eat a lot of
year
hot dogs in the movie theater.
than I have eaten in my
A
entire
lot of
life.
them have been free though, per Regal reports.
Yeah. There is no combination I could go into this movie theater without popcorn.
Yeah.
Need popcorn.
How do you guys feel about the really fancy movie theaters like the Alamo Draft Houses that will do literally like seat service. Like they will
I
serve.
love it.
I think that is great as long as it does not greatly impact your viewing or the viewing of
Yeah,
the
that's
movie of
true.
others around you.
That's
There's a
true.
theater in Salem when we were in college that I think normally did a really good job, and they didn't have a robust menu, but you could get
Mhm.
like drinks and milkshakes and probably burgers and pizza,
Mhm.
obviously popcorn, cheese sticks, that kind, like bar food, bar fried food. And sometimes that would like ruin your movie experience, like the timing of when they would bring something out, or just like somebody next to you ordering something and they have the light on and it's like a whole thing. Or they're giving you your check at the end of the movie. It's always like at the climax of the movie because they want to get you to pay before the true end of the movie. So it's like the worst possible timing for you to receive and get your food. But I've also been to ones that are good.
Someone is like on screen dying, and you're
Yes.
having to deal
Yeah,
with
it's like,
like,
hi, can you pay? It's
Yeah.
like,
That
stop.
that is totally true as long as it doesn't impact your
Yes.
experience. But like the living room theater in
In
Portland,
Portland.
like, when you offer kind of a unique
Yeah.
experience and the popcorn is better, the food is actually
Yes.
good, it's not just like frozen whatever. I really like that
Yeah.
experience.
And it's
yeah.
like worth it to pay.
Mhm.
I mean, as long as it's not like crazy, crazy
Yeah.
prices, it's still going to be a little bit more than that meal elsewhere. But if it's good food, I mean, it's good food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've admittedly only been to like one of those theaters twice, but I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I like the
It's kind of a
food.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, smuggling snacks I know we all did it when we were younger. Probably. I mean, I know me and Kaylin did. Larsen, did your family ever smuggle?
On occasion, the hard thing though is the only movie theater in my town is a locally owned one screen
Yeah.
theater. So you're going there and you want to support them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that like it was something of the past,
Well,
Alexis.
that's what I was gonna ask, in current day, smuggling yay or nay?
Yay.
Absolutely, yay.
Yeah.
I do always try to buy something from the movie theater.
I
Something.
well I'm not smuggling in my own popcorn,
Yeah.
but
But maybe my own multiple different types of dumplings.
yeah.
You
Or
smuggled in dumplings?
We
yeah,
yeah.
to Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
We ate a
That
whole
was the day
dim
you
sum
almost
meal.
died at the food
Oh,
festival.
that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I was
yeah,
dying when they saw
yeah,
that movie,
yeah.
so
I feel like we smuggled something else crazy in recently too. I at one time in late high school, early college, smuggled in and out. That was messy. I'd throw that person away.
The first time I ever smuggled in snacks or water, because sometimes I don't want to pay $6 for
Hmm.
water. I was scared I was gonna get caught. And I realized that most movie theater
They
employees,
don't
they
give
don't
a
care.
shit. They're not
no.
paid enough. The only thing I'm ever a little anxious smuggling in is alcohol because that
Yeah.
is illegal, and I allegedly do that. Does it work if it's
Allegedly.
me?
Allegedly.
I'm definitely pro smuggling, especially like they don't always offer the candy that I want.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, like Hayden said, I'm always buying popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always buying the popcorn. Plus, I don't sorry, in comparison to the movie theater's popcorn, I don't want my own popcorn.
No, absolutely
I don't
not.
want that popcorn.
I think I make really good popcorn, but it's everybody has their own
It's different.
popcorn types
Yeah.
and it
Mm.
tastes different than movie theater popcorn.
Yeah.
Um,
It's made with coconut oil.
it's
Yeah.
I mean, Larson does make really good popcorn, but it's just, variety is the spice of life, and sometimes
It
I
that's
want that
at
fake butter.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's at home popcorn. That's
Yeah.
not movie theater
On
popcorn.
that note, something I never thought I would think about at a movie theater is service. And
Mm.
there are two Regals, same movie theater that we go to frequently, that have a completely different experience of the snack bar and the
Mhm.
buttering of the popcorn.
Yeah.
One of them, you get there and you might wait in line for 30 minutes.
When there's no one
Literally
else in
nobody.
line.
There's nobody in line. And the like I get this is not a great job. The employees always look like they want to kill themselves. They are working so slow and like I'm amazed sometimes at how long it takes to get things. And I've never been like vocal about it. There have been people behind us in line that have been like yelling at the people.
Yeah.
It's insane. The other Regal we go to, so fast. They have such variety. They have so many good different types of hot fried food.
And the candy section's bigger,
Yeah, they
the
have a
drink
full
section's bigger.
bar.
Yeah. And they butter the popcorn for
For
you,
you. Yeah, at the shitty one, you have to there's a butter dispenser that you can butter your own
which
popcorn.
means you're only getting butter on the top part of your
Yes.
popcorn unless you bring your own bowl, which we've talked about.
I've actually seen happen.
At my home theater, if you bring your own bowl, you get reduced price for your popcorn.
Oh,
Oh, like bringing your own
nice.
cup to the coffee
Mhm.
place. Okay, I like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
They should do that. How do we feel about loud snacking? I feel like I don't care honestly about the was it misophonia, like the sound of it.
Mhm.
It might the sound of the eating, I should say. Sometimes it's the sound of the packaging, and I
Yeah.
might not even notice somebody else's packaging, but
Mhm.
my own packaging, I'm like,
I was gonna say, I think that I am definitely a culprit, especially
I'm
when
a
I'm
problem.
yeah, when I'm adding my yeast, I'm jiggling that popcorn bucket trying to get it to distribute, and then I'm like, is that loud? So it doesn't bother me unless it's like excessive, but I might be the problem.
Yeah,
I also don't feel heavily bothered by package noise. I feel like most of the time they are towards the beginning, like when people are getting settled. I know for me, sometimes I have the painful experience of having snuck in a can
Mm-hmm.
of something
mhm.
and needing to pop the tab of the can. Yeah. They're like,
Soda.
they're
Yeah,
gonna be like an explosion, so I can like, you
yeah,
know,
Yeah.
yeah, and then it always like gets really quiet right as you're doing it.
of course.
Yeah.
But I think that like we all know we're eating, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say just like as long as you're not being excessive with the noise
yeah,
because sometimes like the prolonged wrestling,
yeah,
especially depending on the time of the movie. But for the most part, I feel like I really don't notice it.
yeah. And we'll talk about other noise later.
Yeah.
I think something that I really value in my movie viewing experience is the seats. And they should be reclined.
Mhm.
They should have that little tabletop little slider thing.
Mhm.
And I don't really need much else. I don't need heat, although that is nice. Some movie theaters have that.
Yeah. I took my parents to a reclining seat theater for the first time last year, and I've converted both of them. At
Yeah.
at first, my dad was like, "Why do you need this?" And then he experienced it and he was
Yeah.
like,
I need
"I
this.
need this."
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree that modernity has made me a bit of a prima donna when it comes to the seats. When we go see a movie and it doesn't have the reclining seats, I walk in and I'm immediately like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my tailbone's gonna feel this one.
I
Yeah.
guess I'm gonna have to keep shifting my hips around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the reclining seats. I will say like yeah, we don't have to get crazy with it though. I don't really need the heaters. They're nice. I feel neutral about them. And I also don't need the seats that shake. That to me feels like
No.
it's doing a little too much. Some people will swear that in certain movie experiences, for certain movies, the 4D is really cool. And okay.
Yeah, I agree. I don't need that. And we saw Sinners, beautiful film. I'm not taking it away from this, but it was like an X screen. It wasn't XD. It
Yeah.
was something some
It was
other
where like it comes into your peripheral vision.
yeah, it like goes down the sides of the walls kind of. And like some of the scenes were cool. I just didn't feel like it really added to my viewing experience that
The
much.
only thing is, at least I didn't see it in like a regular theater, so we couldn't necessarily compare.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But we did see Wuthering Heights in
IMAX.
IMAX, and that was
So I was watching a movie. I
yeah,
didn't feel like I benefited anything else from that.
yeah.
I think at Project Hail Mary, I was like making some comment about IMAX, and I think you or Alexis or her partner had said something about like, well, it's the sound. I'm like, I don't actually care about that
Well,
though.
I do remember
Like,
making a comment being like, I would see Project Hail Mary in IMAX because I feel like that's another one where if you're gonna get like that's you would get the benefit from it
yeah.
if the benefit existed.
Yeah. I know like Polar Express that was made for IMAX. And if you watch the Polar Express, you can see the scenes that were like that was an IMAX. Like that was chosen that was a creative choice because they knew it was going to be IMAX. Like certain how things are moved around and certain scenes just like watching that movie as an adult again, I'm like, "Ah, I can see exactly what they did." I don't feel like Wuthering Heights there was any
Yeah.
intention with that IMAX screen or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think yeah, not every movie has to be an IMAX. I'm certainly not like an IMAX devotee,
Hmm.
but
Mhm.
I will say that it does sway me if the director of the film is like,
should.
Please see it in
Yeah.
IMAX. Like, you
Yeah.
Yeah.
should see it in IMAX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the sound thing was because IMAX is now paired with like Dolby Audio, so sometimes again that really the screen stuff depends on the film,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think. Um, and so sometimes I think the score is gonna have better quality if it's in the Dolby, but it
Yeah.
is certainly not necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You
not
don't
that significant
yeah, you don't need to
difference.
be dropping 25 to 30
Yeah.
bucks plus to see a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're a family in these cost prohibitive times,
Mhm.
go to the regular showing, the regular screen with some smuggled snacks.
Yeah.
Bring back a matinee. There are times when I'm like, why is this movie not showing at 9 a.m.?
Yes.
I want to go in the morning. I want
Yes.
to experience this not at 9 at night.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and like you're in the movie and you're watching the trailers,
Mhm.
and there's always
Just speaking about trailers.
uh-huh.
Why am I getting TV commercials
Yes.
in the trailers
Oh,
these
I hate
days?
that.
It
Oh, I
should
hate
just
that.
be movies.
Yeah.
Movies and movie theater
Yeah.
advertisements. Yeah.
Yes.
If I think I said this when we watched Project Hail
Yes,
Mary.
you did.
If I'm seeing an ad that I saw on YouTube at the movie theater, I'm gonna scream.
Yeah. That's inappropriate.
That is not what this time is
No.
for. No, no, no,
No.
no, no.
And there was a local theater when I was growing up. They would show local ads
Yeah.
before they showed
Yeah.
the
The
actual
actual
like
trailer.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Mhm.
Get your extra couple of dollars per showing or whatever that you're getting for that sponsorship. But in between movie trailers,
Mhm.
that's fucking ridiculous.
Once the lights go down and the trailers start, that should be trailers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you get like one movie theater
Yeah.
ad. And it needs to be a movie theater ad that I would not see on TV. It needs to be
Yes.
Nicole Kidman AMC. It needs to be
Yeah.
This
The Cinemark Coca-Cola short
Yeah, I was
film
gonna say
UCLA
bring back
thing.
those like documentary kids.
Yes. Yeah.
give the film students a
Yes.
chance.
Yes. But almost every single movie, if not every single movie theater, they have a short message to turn your fucking phone off.
Yeah.
And tell me why. It's usually the last one before the movie, too.
Yeah.
Tell me why we aren't turning our phones off.
Do people not have an immense amount of anxiety about this?
Yes.
I turn my phone on airplane mode, do
Yes.
not disturb, and volume down.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
silent. It's yes.
sometimes the anxiety is so fierce for me that I will turn my phone all the way
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I abhor the idea of being that person. And yet some people really need the refresher on
Mhm.
movie theater etiquette because some
Huh.
people seem to really not care.
Yeah.
And
There are very few select people where it's okay to leave your phone on.
Yeah.
Are you an emergency responder?
Yes.
Are you a doctor?
Yes.
Like
Do you have the code to the nuclear weapons?
yeah.
is someone you love in surgery right now and you're like killing time at the movie theater
Yeah.
matinee, fine. But
Outside of that, turn it off.
there's
Yeah.
no
Also,
reason.
if someone that you love is in surgery, just put it on vibrate. I don't I don't know. You still don't need to ruin my movie.
It's just you can just feel it. You don't need to
Put
hear
it on
it.
vibrate, hold it on your chest. You'll be fine.
Kaylin and I went to see Hamnet.
Mm-hmm.
Actually at the local independent slash Angelica series theater that we mentioned earlier in the episode, and I must say what a profound disturbance it was.
Oh my. It was like an alarm too.
Yes, someone's fucking jitterbug ass ringtone.
Yes. Yes. It was like the most stereotypical ringtone slash alarm sound, the loudest it could have possibly been for way longer than a ringer, which makes me think it was like a timer that was going off.
Yes.
Timer alarm.
No, we're talking we had to have been in minutes. We had to have been in minutes
Yeah.
territory. So we're sitting there, we're in Hamnet. The movie has started. If you haven't seen Hamnet, it is not a very loud film.
No.
It's atmospheric.
And when loud, soft.
Yeah, there's a lot of intense looks and whispering. And the whole point is that if you heard a tone like that in the middle of a scene, it would completely take you out of it.
Even if it was just one ring.
Yeah, so disruptive. And this woman, her phone went off, and she was a couple rows in front of us, and you could tell that she had thrown this phone into the biggest bag, the biggest
With the
bag.
most things. It's like the Hermione Granger like indefinite bag where she's
Yeah.
just pulling shit out of it for days.
So it's not just her looking for her phone either. It is the sound of her rummaging deep in the bag. And it was so egregious that, and I don't condone public conflict, but that a man across the theater
Stood up.
stood up and was like, "Can you turn that off?" And I,
The husband that's with this poor woman goes, she's trying.
the other guy is like, "Not fast
Yeah.
enough."
Yes.
I feel like if I was that lady, I would get up and leave.
You would,
I would
yeah.
take my bag,
Yes.
find it outside,
Yes.
and then come back.
Yes. Or like, I feel like honestly in a movie theater, I usually know exactly where my phone is because I have that anxiety. If something was to happen, I could easily hit the
Well, I
side
mean, my
button.
phone's off. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
this, there's no possible way I'm getting a sound
yeah.
notification while I'm there. But in that case, exit the theater.
Leave. Do something.
Yes. I mean, we know that accidents happen and people forget, but if you're hitting that kind of scenario, you are the problem,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you need to extricate yourself. Um, Honestly, just please turn your phone off. But if not, yeah, like Larson said, you can step outside. It's actually so funny when you said that, Larson, when you were like, "I would just leave." For a second, in my mind, I was like, "Yeah, no, I would just go home too." Like,
I thought she was gonna say she'd just like combust, and I was like, yeah, you would. You would just cease to exist.
Yeah.
I
the
would say the next most disruptive thing, or the most disruptive thing, but I feel like this is like a post-COVID thing, is talking in the movie theater. It is
Gotten out of
an
hand.
epidemic.
Yeah.
It is so bad. We've had two very recent experiences, very different experiences, and we had a heckler in one, in The Princess Bride, a heckler.
yes, so we went to see The Princess Bride at an old kind of established local theater, and they were showing it in theater as a kind of a special event. The tickets were like really reasonably
Yeah, like
priced,
$5 or $10.
5 or 10
Yeah.
bucks, and it was Valentine's
Mhm.
Day, so it was really cute. I had actually never seen The Princess Bride
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And the thing was is that I went in expecting that it wouldn't be a typical movie watching experience because it was a screening of an older film. I had kind of been prepped that people might want to say some of
Yeah.
the popular
Kind of
lines.
like Rocky Horror-esque, not in like that there is so much call and response as there is in that movie, but like there are lines people know. There is like basically canned laughter when you watch a movie like that because people have seen that movie so much. Like it's on cue, the
Yeah, the
responses.
live studio audience was in there.
Yes, yes.
But I was not prepared for the level that some people near us could and would take it to. And as someone who was seeing this movie for the first time, it was so distracting
Yeah.
and disheartening at points. Why is it that there has been such a rise in people thinking it's okay to yell at them in the movie
Yeah.
theater?
I Part of me thinks it's like the individualism and like internet culture where it's just like on the internet you get to be anonymous, you get to say whatever the fuck you want without any consequences, and it's a dark room and you're relatively anonymous. Like, is that what it is, or was he just a drunk, delusionally confident man?
Yeah, I don't know, because like in that scenario, it was kind of just an entitled white guy.
Yeah.
Um,
He like at one point, a point in the story that did not warrant this at all, which I don't know if any point does. He just like yelled "fuck Wesley." Like,
yeah,
what are we talking about?
yeah. His commentary was not needed, not relevant,
No, it was
pretty
basically he was just
harsh.
hating on the
Yeah,
movie.
Yeah,
it was very negative
Yeah.
commentary too. So it's like
make you
you're,
come.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're coming to a classic movie you've clearly seen before.
Yeah,
Why are you here if you're not going to enjoy it?
yeah,
So like sanctimonious with your opinions on this film. Like the whole point is that everyone is watching collectively and then forming their own opinions.
Yeah, we're having this collective experience watching this great movie. Like, shut the fuck up and enjoy it.
yeah.
Wasn't there some other guy at Princess Bride too?
Yeah, those people like in the front. And I can't remember what it was, like a husband and a wife, I feel like, that were doing it. But I can't remember what they were
But
saying.
it's just another example of like there was people who in a distracting way were yelling at the screen and kind of got
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
And again, that's a little bit of a different scenario, but we also have to talk on our experience at Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I almost was the guy who yelled at the lady in Hamnet. That one was rough. It was a group of like three girls behind us. They came late to the movie.
Mhm.
They left for a long time during the movie. They
Mhm.
were so drunk
Mhm.
and they just talked the entire fucking and squealed
Yeah.
the entire, and not even like in parts where you're like, okay, we're making collective ah or
Yeah.
ooh or ooh. It was just the most obscene commentary.
I feel like that one was very much the online
Yeah,
reaction in person.
yeah,
Yeah.
And like I personally think leaning over to your friend and
yes,
whispering during the movie if you like have something to say or a certain reaction, I think that's fine, especially if it's like one time or
yes,
every now and then. But the like loud reactions, especially in movies that don't warrant it. Like this
yes.
isn't a horror movie. You're not jumping, you're not maybe screaming or whatever.
Hmm.
Like if a movie doesn't warrant like loud, intense reactions, why is that happening over and over and over and over
Yes.
again?
Well, and like when I think it was right when Heathcliff comes back from his hiatus, and she just kept saying, I love a rich man. I love a rich man. I love a rich man. Or maybe it was talking about Edgar. I can't remember. It was at some point, and I was like, this is not the point, the time. This is
Yeah.
not acceptable in any way. And just be quiet.
Yeah, it's like do people not understand how to act in public or that like they're sharing this space with other people? It's not their private
Yeah.
viewing experience. You're not watching at home. If you want to react like that, which is valid, like you're having a girls' night, you're watching a
Yeah.
specific movie, you had a few drinks, whatever. That's okay to do in your home.
Yeah.
That's not okay to do in a public space that other people paid to be
Yes.
in.
Yeah. And I that made me think of 2001 Space Odyssey where me and you were literally like cackling, crying at,
Yeah.
but it was such a loud part of the movie. We were not being that loud.
No,
And also it's a ridiculous fucking movie.
it was muffled. There was
Yes.
like two other people in the theater with us,
Yes.
and if it was loud or whatever, I would have left. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing, but it was like that silent, hysterical, I'm crying.
Yes. It was not super loud, audible. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And this is a different kind of inner like disturbance. Um, but I've been to a movie multiple times, and it was during one of those like month event things, and I'm pretty sure it was the same guy both times.
Uh-huh.
He showed up to the movie, fell asleep both times, and then started snoring.
So is he just like trying to escape his wife or something?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like he also has the Regal Unlimited and so he's like, might as
Might
well.
as well get my nap in.
Same guy both times, falling asleep
That's so
and then
weird.
snoring. And I'm like, it's just kind of one of those like background noises, but it's loud enough that I'm hearing it.
Especially like in a quiet part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna get up and be like, excuse me, can you wake up?
Yeah, just start throwing things at him.
But also weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were in Project Hail Mary, there was I'm assuming older lady in the front, and there's a couple of times where she said like what was about to happen out loud.
Hmm.
Like where she'd be like, "Oh, he's gonna go back home," or like would like audibly said something like that out loud. And I think
Yeah.
that is probably one of the most benign things we've talked about so far,
Yeah.
other than the snoring maybe.
Yeah.
But it's just like, shut up. Shut
Those
up.
are inside thoughts.
Inside thought.
Yes.
We don't all need to hear your thought process.
Yes. It's like watching a movie with my grandmother where she's just, and she
Yeah.
does not do this in a movie theater. Granted, I've never watched a movie with her in a movie theater, but she's like, oh, don't go in the door. Oh, go in the door. Oh, no, don't go in the door. There's going to be a dog by. Like, shut
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I think the fact that we can think of so many examples of this
Yes.
kind of disruption in the
That
past few
happened. I was
months.
gonna say that happened like this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Literally within almost within a month
Yeah.
because it's what
The
today. Oh, no, it's okay. It's a
my
little over a
snoring
month.
guy was at the end of last year, but everything else
I'm
this
sure he's
year.
still going to Regal and snoring.
That just tells me that this is a prevalent issue, and we really need to, if we want movie theaters to be an experience, if we
Mhm.
want people to keep going,
Mhm.
if you want to charge a lot of money,
Yeah.
if it's gonna be a pleasant experience for all, if then you need to respect that it is an experience, that it is something you're going to do,
Mhm.
that it is at a public space,
Mhm.
and that you cannot act as if you were in your home.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, just please go to the movies. Like if you want to see a movie that is playing in the theater, go to the theater. I remember watching The Heat, which was like a Sandra Bullock, Melissa McCarthy
Yeah.
movie in like 2013, 2014, and that theater was so packed, and it was like a spiritual experience because everybody was laughing so hard. I don't know if that movie stands up today, but like you could feel like the vibration in that room of
Yeah.
everybody's collective joy. And it was like I went with a friend and her mom and her aunt, and we all had to say like separately because it was so full. There wasn't a place for four of us to sit. And I mean, now you pick your seats,
Yeah.
but you're never in a movie that full. Like even Wuthering Heights, not that full. Project Hail Mary, not that full. And those are popular movies that are probably the fullest theaters we've been in
Yeah, I was gonna say Project Hail Mary was the fullest theater I've been in.
in a
That wasn't
while.
that wasn't just a single theater, single showing
Yes.
movie because they were playing like at least 10 different times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everybody should try to go to the movies, but I think that it's like a I don't know if you want to say systemic issue to like all these barriers
Yeah.
and it is just not accessible.
Mhm.
And like we're definitely sitting in a privileged place. Like I'm able to afford the Regal Unlimited every month, which makes it worth it. And I'm able to see multiple
Yeah.
movies every month if I want. And really to make it worth it, I need to see
At least two.
at least two movies a month. But like that means I have enough money every month to spend $24
Yeah.
on that membership. And that's just not something everybody can do, which is it's sad, it's frustrating. It's a there are so many reasons why people are in this position,
Hmm.
but like, why is it that movies are so expensive and why is it that they're continuing to increase in price?
Yeah. I mean, literally between watching Wuthering Heights in IMAX and then looking at Project Hail Mary in IMAX, it was $3 or $4 or $5 more, and that was within a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if that was because of a specific screening release or
Yeah.
if they do like price changes depending on certain movies, certain releases, certain times. But yeah, the basic showing of Wuthering Heights was at least $2 cheaper than the basic viewing of Project Hail Mary, and that was a month apart, three
Hmm.
weeks apart.
I have to think that like when it comes to the systematic issue with um the price and the accessibility, that at least part of it has to be that because there has been a downtrend in
Mm,
Hmm.
movie theater attendance,
Yeah.
the
yeah,
movie theaters have to charge more for to make up for not
Yeah.
having
To
full
have the staff to
theaters.
be able to
yeah,
Yeah.
clean and
And
yeah.
so if we want this to be able to stay alive,
Hmm.
this shared experience, because there actually like is something beautiful about like shared catharsis, like
Yeah.
yeah,
when you laugh with a bunch of people at
Or sing
once
with a bunch of people
or
or
cry
whatever.
or
Yeah.
like if we want that to still exist, then if you can afford to go to the movies,
hmm
please go to the movies.
yeah,
Hmm.
Please don't give all your money to streaming
yeah,
services,
Hmm.
because if the people who can afford to go appreciate the films do so and, behave properly so that the experience stays nice for everybody,
hmm
then hopefully that could make the cost go down
Yeah.
and make it accessible even just for a little bit more people, which would
Yeah.
be a win.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah. And I think that etiquette plays a huge part in that, right?
hmm
Like if every movie you go to, somebody in the row in front of you is texting on their phone halfway through, or
hmm
their phone's going off, or they're making uh commentary aloud,
hmm
very aloud, that doesn't make you want to go back. And like we have a different driving force, like we just want to see the movies, right? But I mean, if it does happen every single time,
yeah. Well, and also like what you're getting out of it in terms of just general experience,
yeah.
the seats,
Hmm.
the food, the sound quality, the screen quality in each theater, like those are important. And so it sucks when you pay $20 to see a
Hmm.
movie and you're not getting what you think you're
Yeah.
getting out of
Or
that.
the lights turn on before the movie's over,
Yeah.
which happened to us at Wuthering Heights, which was
Yeah.
really strange.
Yeah, there's a it's a it's a give and take
Hmm.
relationship.
Yeah.
And yeah, one you might say like what came first?
Yeah.
People not going to the movies, increase in price, it's
Mhm. Yeah, because I feel like even as a kid, I remember being like, well, the movies are expensive.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like relatively they're more expensive now.
Yeah. I also was just wondering, like, have large movie theaters almost got like grew too big for their britches because
Yeah.
some of them have like 15 theaters,
Yeah.
and then yeah, that means they can have so many different showings and they can have so many different movies playing at the same time. But if you have a theater with two people in it
Hmm.
and then the next showing has three people in it,
Yeah. You
like,
would probably do have more centralized showings and it would be better.
yeah,
Yeah.
potentially maybe it means some people can't go to certain showings, but maybe it also means that, like, oh, you just have to choose to go
Yeah.
to. So that could be part of it too. Like I
Yeah.
said before, the theater in my town is one screen.
Hmm.
So it's, if people want to go, like, it's, they're selling out
Yeah.
for a huge screening. But that leads to other issues because there's certain screening rights that say, like, if you are showing this new movie within a certain release time, they have to play it for a certain number of weeks.
Yeah.
In a small town, everybody who wants to see it has seen it in the first week.
Yeah.
They don't
So you
need
just
it.
kind of get screwed with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So then they're losing money. So I think that's why some theaters, like some smaller theaters, older theaters, shift to like showing
Old.
old movies
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
like, international films or
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, or just the smaller
indie, yeah.
things. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I've never thought about that in that way. But also maybe that's why, like, if you have a certain number of theaters in your theater, you are expected to show X movie X amount of times.
Hmm.
Like same thing, just
Yeah,
more screens,
that's
right?
true. That's true.
Yeah.
I think we kind of ate that.
We sure did. We just be eating this shit up all the time. Well, thank you so much for listening.
We hope you'll keep reading the room with us.
So keep checking back for more episodes that dive into the spaces where literature, media, and culture meet.
Please reach out to us at readtheroomacultureclub@gmail.com for feedback and topic suggestions.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at readtheroom_culture club for the most up-to-date podcast information.
If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen.
Leave us a comment about your favorite movie experience
Or
and your
worst.
most horrible movie
Oh,
experience.
please leave us a comment or reach out to us via email with worst movie experiences. Maybe if there's good ones, we'll
We'll read
read
them.
them
Yeah,
in a
that's
future
that's a good
episode.
idea. And please remember to take up space in whatever your room, just not loudly in a movie theater. I didn't say that right. And remember and remember to take up space in whatever room you're in, unless it's a movie theater and it's your phone or you're being loud.
Share the space then.
Yeah.
Thank you.